Question. How did you first meet Mahavatar Babaji Nagaraj? I practiced sadhana, spiritual practice, over the years. I had severe austerity and very tough pranayamas. I used to feel that I was lacking something. I can do lots of things, but my soul isn't calm enough. I prayed day and night about the opportunity of getting initiation in the super technique of Kriya Yoga. I knew this was the system I had been practicing a number of lives before. I practiced it for a few lives and was sure that this system was able to lead people. In my present life, I understood that being initiated in this technique was extremely important and necessary for me. In 2002, I went to the Caucasus Mountains together with one of my colleagues. It was winter, February, and we spent there, in rough environments, about 2 weeks. Our food began to run short, just a little was left. We practiced pranayamas and read a small book, Babaji and the 18 Siddha Kriya Yoga tradition, written by Marshal Govindan. We are grateful to Monsieur Govindan because he gave this knowledge to the world. In those years, this book inspired a lot of people. So, my colleague was reading this book when I came back to our small hut from my morning practice. Without any expectations, I sat down near a small furnace to warm myself. It was rather cold. Mountains, forest, gorges, snow all around. As soon as I relaxed deeply, the space from the direction of the northern wall opened, and Sri Aurobindo appeared in his physical form. Swami Sri Aurobindo Ghosh is a very high soul. In India, he is considered to be an avatar. One of the books written by Aurobindo is The Synthesis of Yoga. At that moment, I was embarrassed, amazed, and happy at the same time. A thought appeared in my mind. Why has he come? What for? This was the activity of the mind which became very interested, pleased, and delighted. But, as I stayed in deep relaxation after my pranayamas, I didn't allow myself to think so intensively. Meanwhile, Aurobindo's living face was looking at me. It wasn't an image or a picture, but a living face from the parallel dimension. This face appeared in front of me. A thought came to my mind. If he has come, something very important might happen now. He said to me, "Stop thinking and wait." I switched off my brain and was sitting quietly. Then Aurobindo disappeared, and the space opened fully. There was light, and everything looked like a tunnel into a parallel dimension. At that moment, Babaji appeared. It happened quickly enough, but so that I could realize how. It's extremely difficult to describe. It was the energy that manifested itself instantly. I saw Babaji's radiant smile, vibhuti all over his body, a garland of flowers around his neck, and his hand in Abhimudra. He blessed me and initiated me into Kriya. I had some personal experiences during this meeting, and I prefer not to reveal them to a wide audience. In a while, when my mental and emotional state changed, I jumped at him to get Pat Namaskar. Then he disappeared. I wanted to go with him, but before I managed to dive into the parallel dimension, he had disappeared. It wasn't time for me then, so the space closed. All this time, at least for 3 to 4 hours, I was in the altered spiritual state of consciousness. So, that was the moment when I got an initiation into Kriya. After that, I saw Babaji twice more. One of his forms was female, and that was a unique meeting. He made me understand that it was he. At first, I didn't recognize him, but I understood that it was something tricky. It was difficult to call him either a woman or a man. But later, during a meeting, I was given a hint that it was Babaji himself. We talked for a while. He told me what I should do and left the room. When he came out, he closed the door and disappeared.